August typically may be one of the times of year that we think about drier weather, but especially in the first half of the month of August, it can get really stormy, and today was one of the perfect examples of that. Thursday, we had an alert day set up. Severe thunderstorms popped off around 1:30 this afternoon, knocking down trees, knocking out electricity in Cullman County and Marshall County. Look at this picture from Gary McGriff in Hanceville, and then this one from our buddies DeKalb Severe Weather over on the Facebook. It was just a tremendous shelf cloud moving through Boaz, and they even reported a little rotation with that. And that could be important in learning exactly what happened along Tabor Road in Etowah County. Get this, 10 people reported injured in Etowah County earlier today, plus one that was injured by a lightning strike in Walker County. There are a lot of severe weather days in the spring where we don't have that level of injury, but some of this had more to do with exposure than the destructive force of the thunderstorms themselves. Although, I'll tell you, looking at some of the pictures from up around Tabor Road and the Crudup community in Etowah County, that very well may have been a brief spin-up tornado. We'll let our friends at the National Weather Service in Birmingham sort out the details on that. But look at all the storm reports we had today. A number of them started up in Morgan County and then just spread southward across Marshall County into Calhoun County, of course, Etowah County, Blount, the pool at Aniana, struck by lightning today. Both pumps burned out. It's going to be closed until further notice. There's our lightning strike near Curry and Walker County. We had multiple reports of trees down in Jefferson County and throughout Shelby County and even down through Coosa County, Elmore County, and east of Montgomery out toward Auburn. Auburn got a 50-plus mile per hour wind gust. Birmingham's peak wind gust today, 46 miles per hour. It was the same over in the Anniston area too. So that's the point where we think the most severe damage was done in Etowah County, and it was up on Lookout Mountain along Tabor Road, right there where the world's longest yard sale was about to get underway. And when I say exposure, folks were outside during this, and sometimes these summer storms can sneak up on you. That's why I say, hey, look, sometimes a summer thunderstorm will be the absolute worst weather that you deal with in a calendar year. Tomorrow, Friday, August 4th, another impact day. And if it looks like it gets any worse, we may have to go alert day again. Regardless, this is the moment where we're saying could be fairly serious, especially northeast of Birmingham. This time it may be more of a flood threat and less of a destructive wind threat, but some strong storms still remain possible along with frequent lightning. And here's how we think it's going to pan out for us. Before 10 o'clock on Thursday evening, we'd cleared out around central Alabama. But look up to the northwest. Goodness, here we go again. Another cluster of showers and thunderstorms developing up here in Missouri. And we've got that same northwest flow that's going to take all this right into Tennessee and North Alabama overnight. This is the latest HRRR. Sometimes I just simply like to call it the HRRR model. So this is what it looks like at 5 a.m. And look who's getting hit again. You got storms over here in St. Clair, Etowah, Calhoun, Talladega County, up through the Huntsville area too, Marshall County, Cullman County. And then north of there, you've got this persistent area of very heavy rain in Tennessee and Kentucky and Missouri. And just like it happened on Thursday, there is a high probability that something like this is going to set up across northeast Alabama in particular. Now, who gets the heaviest rain with this? That's hard to tell. Who's going to get the most intense thunderstorms? Also hard to tell. A map like this shows incredible specific information, but it's not as specific as it looks. Thunderstorms are chaotic. Today, this same model had no idea there were storms west of Birmingham up until about 4 o'clock. It had no clue. Models are good indicators, but they are very, very bad at specifics, even 3 and 4 hours out in the future. But you see, we do get multiple waves of thunderstorms. So here's the takeaway. It's not that the forecast is a guarantee or that we have no idea what we're talking about. What I'm doing is I'm showing you the tool. Model is the tool. It tells me, yeah, there's a really good chance of thunderstorms. And my analysis says northeast Alabama is probably going to get the brunt of this. Huntsville, Albertville, Boaz, Gunnersville, Arab, Cullman, Fort Payne, Scottsboro, Gadsden, Center, St. Clair County, around Asheville, into Ohatchee, Anniston, Oxford. some of these cities right here really could get pounded with heavy rain. But it's going to be a narrow strip where that happens. It's not going to happen for every single community. And as we get into the weekend, the storms are going to thin out somewhat. So that's the good news. So let's look at this in terms of where the heaviest rain could fall. With several waves of thunderstorms passing through, and by the way, this is a slightly different interpretation using something called the IBM graph model. Similar, but not exactly the same. There's going to be some inherent uncertainty in where that heavier band of thunderstorms sets up. And if you look at the arrow that I've drawn there from West Georgia to the Birmingham metro area, well, that's, we're talking roughly, what about 65, 70 miles right there? 75, 80 miles. That's the margin of uncertainty here. So we've got our heavy stripe of rain here over Etowah County and Marshall County. It could be as far west as Jasper and Birmingham or as far east as Cherokee County, maybe even over toward Rome, Georgia. I wish we could be more specific than that, but this is just one of those situations where we're dealing with individual thunderstorms lining up in a big, long line, and there is inherent uncertainty built into that. The National Weather Service has a flash flood watch up for a good chunk of north and northeast Alabama. It does not include Birmingham yet. I think it could. We very well could get some flooding around Birmingham. It also goes up into southern middle Tennessee, north of Huntsville, and then over toward the northwest of the Nashville area, toward Jackson, Paducah, Kentucky, and then all the way north of there up toward Carbondale, Illinois. This is I wouldn't say unprecedented kind of setup for us, but it's very unusual for August. Very active jet stream. 77 overnight, 75 early in the morning. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll forecast a high at 88. Just because if it's not storming at any given point for about 3 hours, we could quickly shoot up into the upper 80s. But I don't think we're going to be there all that long. Impact weather on Friday. Heavy thunderstorms from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. could last most of the day, on and off. Saturday and Sunday, we see fewer storms overall, but check out the distribution here. And the other note on the forecast here, heat index, the temperature 91, heat index 102 to 108. And here's how we think the thunderstorms are going to work out. Few and far between on Saturday, but where they pop, they could be locally heavy. And then you look up there in southern Tennessee, North Alabama, Huntsville, Athens, Decatur, Saturday afternoon. Y'all be looking out. Saturday evening, some rough thunderstorms may come blasting down through the Birmingham metro again. Here's the good news, though. I think that may help to reduce thunderstorms a little bit on Sunday. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, we're right back in this same old pattern. So the bottom line here, what I want you to come away from this evening with is that, we had some nasty weather on Thursday. We're probably going to have some more nasty weather on Friday. You've got to be ready for this. Limit your exposure outside when these things are coming through. The one lightning strike that we had earlier today, that was in the house, though. So even limit your exposure near windows or near plumbing. All those crazy things that your grandmother used to tell you about, don't take a shower in a thunderstorm because lightning could run in the pipes. It's a low chance, but it's possible. You've actually got a better chance of that happening than winning the Mega Millions. Go figure, right? Just be careful with these summertime thunderstorms. They can definitely be some of the nastiest weather that you see throughout an entire calendar year. So, have a good evening, have a good night, have a good day on Friday, and just keep in mind, these storms could get rough.